The number one success secret of billion-dollar disruptors. Now, this teaching is taken from affirmation number 121 of my 365 affirmations to absolutely guarantee a record-breaking year. A year where one will break records physically, emotionally, financially. They will achieve the next level. They will lead by example. They will be focused. They will believe, think, and act completely outside of the box. That's what record-breaking is. Breaking through, breaking a record. You know, and we use the word disruptor. We all think of a disrupting company as an Uber, an Airbnb, you know, companies that have just obviously Google, you know, companies that have disrupted. Obviously, there's social media platform at Facebook. You know, when my first book came out 22 years ago, there was no Facebook. There was none of this stuff going on. There are companies that come out and just interrupt a pattern, a disruptor. And as I unpack this success principle about my habits predict supernatural miracles, you know, I always reference weather to the word predict. Like, we know if there's precipitation coming and the temperature is less than 32 degrees, it's going to snow. And based upon the meteorologists, the ones that study the weather patterns and winds and rains and temperature and clouds, like, you know, there's a storm brewing. There's a potential for a blizzard, 12, 18, 22 inches, 36 inches, whatever of snow. And obviously, you know, I went from living in a blizzard potential area in New York to a tropical storm hurricane potential area. And both of those, hurricane and blizzard, gives you time to evacuate based upon that it's coming your way, based upon the atmospheric prediction. You see, habits, my habits, not the Lemme habits, not Vin Russo's habits, not any of my top coaching students' habits. Say with me, my habits. Take ownership. Look in the mirror, take ownership. You know, there's a great scene from the movie Creed when Rocky is training Creed, and he has him stare in the mirror and look at himself and says, the number one competitor is you in the mirror. And he's shadowboxing himself, looking at himself. Because, guys, your number one competitor, your number one person you're fighting against is you. And I believe right now is habit. You see, your habits today, whatever you're doing today, whatever you're listening to this teaching, whatever you're doing today will, say with me, will show up tomorrow. My habits today will show up tomorrow. What am I doing physically? What am I doing emotionally? What am I doing financially? Am I exercising more? Am I eating healthier more? Am I sleeping better? Emotionally, who am I speaking to? Who am I conversing with? Who am I allowing into my inner circle? Who am I allowing into my dialogue, my belief structure? Financially, how focused am I on to become financially free, to empower, encourage, and strengthen others, to maximize all the prosperity God has for all his children, and most importantly, be a tither and be someone who sows seeds and gives gifts to great organizations such as Heartbeat of Miami. You know, that's a core foundational principle of who we are. You guys just go to theconservativecoach.com. When you go to theconservativecoach.com, you guys will read my mission statement, my why, who we are, what we do with the Conservative Coach. Our mission statement is, as the Conservative Coach, John DeLemme's mission is to equip and empower 1 million conservative business owners, entrepreneurs, career professionals, and hardworking individuals to maximize capitalism and protect America from communism. 10% of all business revenue is donated to evangelize souls, feed hungry children, and save babies from abortion. We save babies from abortion through Heartbeat of Miami. Obviously, our home church that Christy and I call our home church is Revival Today Church out of Pennsylvania, led by pastors Evangelist Jonathan and Adala Shuttlesworth. And they're out there evangelizing souls and feeding hungry children all the time. That's who we are. Guys, get focused. What's your why? What's your mission? Who are you? My habits predict. Now, no one wants to hear that if they're not sleeping, eating like crap, overeating, there's 129 million people have downloaded the McDonald's app. McDonald's did close to $6 billion the first quarter of 2023. We wonder why obesity, diabetes is on the rise, because people eat. They downloaded a fast food app. That means you have no schedule. Your habits are horrible. Your health will be a train wreck. You don't think they designed that? Now Big Pharma and that Lilly organization is producing the greatest weight loss drug ever. It's going to do hundreds of billions of dollars. The FDA to me is the Federal Delusion Association. It's horrible. They're feeding people crap food and then pumping out drugs to them. It's my little rant there. But you are different. You're a disruptor. You're listening to this. So as you know, I teach in acronyms. I'm gonna give you the acronym for habit. Wow, I'm getting fired up from this teaching. You see, a habit is a very powerful definition. A habit is a routine of behavior that is repeated regularly and tends to occur subconsciously. Now, it didn't starts subconsciously. Every one of our habits is created. See, champions are born and losers are made. The core of my book I wrote back in 2005, that every single one is birth a champion. I've been pro-life from 2005, and proof in my book, I talk about when there's 1 million sperm, and one of those sperm meet one egg, and at that split second, God births a champion. Bam! Life. You're born a champion with unlimited potential. And then in life, people get birthed into situations, and then they start to create behavior patterns of people they associate with. And in life, that's why you have to disrupt. You have to alter. You have to change based upon what are my goals? What is my why? And we talk about the label. As many of you know my story, being a former clinically diagnosed stutterer, I was labeled a stutterer. That's why I took psychology in college, because every time I left the psychologist, I felt worse. Because they kept affirming, they kept speaking their belief. That's what the word affirmation means, is speaking belief to people, over people. It's like an atmosphere. So when somebody kept affirming, well, John Lemme, well, here's his appointment, 3:30 to 4:30. He's a stutterer. They kept affirming. I say that, I get infuriated. The power of words. Every word has power. And inside the word habit is bit, B-I-T. Now, we all know a drill. One knows a drill bit is you could have the most powerful, high-powered drill. Just ask Mr. Mark Smith, the billionaire CEO. One of my top coaching clients is on track right now to build a multi-billion-dollar company. Now, you could take a $50,000 drill and take the bit out. Horrible. Will not work. That's why, as all of you know, one of my major quotes, and this is really Kristen Adolfi's middle name. Well, John and Kristen Adolfi, one of my top coaching clients, and all of our coaching clients are part of Christian and I's family. No matter where we go, we represent you. We care about you. And you could trust your coach. Many of you know me, obviously, Mark and Carol Smith and John and Kristen Adolfi and Vin Russo over a decade, Dr. Krista over a decade. No matter where we go, I don't change who I am. I don't change who I am on a stage or a platform, on a podcast, on a show, on a live stream. I'm the same person no matter where I'm at. That's just who I am. It's the core of who I am. You see, one of the major quotes, and Kristen Adolfi really took hold of this. She puts this in her daily accountability, which is part of my coaching program. It says, all you need to do is a little bit, B-I-T, a little bit of extra every day to become absolutely extraordinary. Because you look at the word ordinary and ordinary, just put extra. Extra becomes extraordinary. A little bit of extra. Inside the word habit, bit. And I'll tell you right now, you look at your habits. Habit is how you behave. How you behave, it's a pattern. So we have to disrupt the pattern based upon, okay, physically, emotionally, financially, your goals are. Then you have to make sure that you're behaving in a certain pattern to achieve that. That's why the letter H in habit is very powerful, is hone. You know, we talk about hone in. Hone really means focus, but hone is really a very powerful word. It means to sharpen. It means to perfect. It means to refine. See, I'm a wordsmith. I've written over 22 books. I've read over 1,500 books. I'm now 58. I've been reading since the age 24, an hour to 2 hours a day. Do the math on that. Do the math. That's 34 years. You do 34 or 24 and 30 is 54. The foremost of 34, 33 and a half years. I'm a wordsmith, and I can quiet my mind, and I can hear the depth of a word. So hone means to sharpen, to refine. You know. We always hear iron sharpens iron. Well, some of the greatest men and women that forge steel and build swords and create swords, quote unquote, they hone them. They sharpen the blade. See, I want you guys to refine and perfect over a period of time your habits. How is your habits of marketing? Are you doing 3 to 5 outgoing phone calls? Are you constantly tweaking your conversion to make sure that your marketing you're doing is conversion, is a response? Are you consistently adding reviews to your marketing? Are you building unbreakable, irrevocable, rock-solid relationships with your clients, customers, patients, guests, etc.? Are you focused on building loyalty? Loyalty is built through communication. Please write that down. Loyalty is built through communication, not through a logo, not through low prices, not through location. See, I predicted this. And for the Patriots, what I'm going to say right now, many of you believe that, well, Bed Bath & Beyond is out of business because they canceled Mike Lindell. Obviously, I respect Mike. My wife and I spent a whole day with Mike Lindell up in Minnesota, been to his plant, spent a whole day with Mike, had lunch with Mike. I had Mike on my podcast show over the years 4 times. I totally respect Mike. His book's tremendous. It's a must read. But Bed Bath & Beyond was out of business way before they canceled Mike Lindell. And so was Sports Authority, so was Gander, so was Blockbuster, so was FAO Shorts, and the list goes on. Because there was no foundation of customer service. See, customer service creates a memory. And a memory and experience creates a conversation among other people that will then refer people back to your business that allows them to then speak about you. And then when that item of discussion, that item that they desire comes up in their mind, they're going to say, what? You know what? I want to go after that store. No customer service, no loyalty. Guys, look, you have to hone your habits physically, or you're sleeping 8 hours. Forget the word diet. You take the last letter T of diet. Diets don't work. It's lifestyle. It's eating healthy, enjoying food, eating healthy, sleeping 8 hours, hydrating yourself. Listen to Dr. Krista Kremensky. Her middle name is Hydration and Water, Live Food, Healthy Food. She's written 2 books under my mentorship. Her business has exploded. You guys understand me and my brother who passed away of the C word when I was very young. I was thrown into not trusting the medical world since I'm age 11. Now look where we are today. Wow. Hone. Next letter. See, when you hone and you refine, you sharpen iron. So right, iron's already, a sword is already can cut something. But when you hone it, you focus it, that's what the Ritz-Carlton does. The Ritz-Carlton, as you know, we study the Ritz. We have an upcoming 2-night, 3-day exclusive boot camp at the Ritz-Carlton. It's myself, my wife, and some of our top students. So make sure you guys are here. Make sure you guys have a Ritz-Carlton ticket secured. We're offering a special. Listen to this. Even if potentially seeing what that date you have set, John, I can't make it, it's good for 3 years of ticket. We're offering a special because you're listening to this. See, I believe those of you that are listening to personal development, you're developing yourself, you have a right to get a benefit. So you guys can call 561-847-3467, 561-847-3467, and say Ritz-Carlton Mastermind Special, Ritz-Carlton Mastermind Special. And I don't have these hammer salespeople that will call you back. My wife will speak to you. She'll let you know all the benefits, and you deserve to be with us. That alone, you will be in the atmosphere. The letter A in habits is atmosphere. You will be in the atmosphere of the number one honers of customer service. I learned from them consistently. Habit, atmosphere. And atmosphere is invisible till you walk into it. I want you to go with me in this. We all either live in an area. Obviously, when I lived in New York, there were some mornings it was below zero. I raced snowmobiles during high school and college. I used to go up to Lake George in upstate New York. And many times you're on a snowmobile, it's 20, 30, 40, 50 below zero with the wind chill, and you're starting out at below zero. But you're inside a hotel, you're inside a cabin. You look out the window, you can't see 0 degrees. You're in Florida. I've been down here now in Florida where it could be 95 degrees, 105 degrees. But you don't know until you walk into it. You can't visually see temperature. You feel it. See the atmosphere of your life. Does your atmosphere of your life predict supernatural miracles? You see, bad atmosphere is generational. People go, what runs in my family? No, it doesn't run in your family. End it today. Transform your life. Transform your life. But guess what? You know what? I guarantee those health-wise, if you live with Christy and I, my wife and I, you'd be healthy because your body's going to respond. Guaranteed, you study the Ritz, guaranteed get into my coaching and mentorship, and in due time, you're going to have record-breaking revenue because we are going to totally assess, review, implement, change, adjust, adapt, and produce new systems, new structures that will produce revenue. Just the fact, the atmosphere. Every day is day one. So that's why, one of my quotes over the years I wrote in my book, 177 Motivational Marketing Success quote, is the atmosphere of expectation is the breeding ground of miracles. See, I wake up every day expecting today to be a miracle because of what I did yesterday. Make every single day, making your habits great again. Make your day today. How's your atmosphere? Wherever you're building your business from, organized, structured, focused, detailed. What are you looking at? I always say, allow your walls to motivate you. I call about a construction zone. All billion-dollar real estate developers have a full completed rendering of the project at hand. It's called a construction zone. And I believe all of you, I authored this over 2 decades ago in my Find Your Why Now book, 10 Life Lessons book, construction zone. Because when a construction worker, someone who's fulfilling the vision of the architect and the investor, developer, there's plans, and every single day they're moving forward to the fulfillment. Guys, make sure your atmosphere is predicting miracles. Make sure you got to adjust your atmosphere. Make sure when you walk in your business, I say this all the time, that your business should be the experience they have. Even those of you who run a virtual business, just the way you communicate, the way you speak to them, the way you thank them, you use the extreme customer service phrases and words that I lay out in my Make Accounting Great Again book, which is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, those words alone, that make sure people remember you. That say, wow, you know what, I had to create, because we all get frustrated. Customer service, the bots, all the stuff sucks. People don't respond. It's horrible. You deal with arrogant, moody, people making excuses. They're like they're too busy to talk to you. And because of the way the stupid socialists have driven this economy into the economic employment situation to where people have to keep, employers have to keep people hired on the job just because they can't hire anybody else, so the customer service is horrible. Unlike the Ritz-Carlton. The Ritz-Carlton, there's 12 to 24 months waiting list because they built it over time where people are waiting to work there. Like Vin, Vin Russo, who operates the fastest growing hair salon in South Florida's history. He's booked right now. He's got 16 chairs. There's not one chair open. There are going to be people going, hey, Vin, when a stylist chooses to leave, I'd love to get a spot in your salon. They're going to be lining up to be in his salon. Why? The atmosphere is predicted that. Hello, people. Let this sink in. Customer service experience, words, enthusiasm, name tags, eye contact, dressing for success, showing up on time, being early, first impression, last impression, special bonuses. Wow. Let it be in habits is bonus. Make sure in your business you are known. I am known no matter where I go. I always bring a gift for someone. And that's just poured into me as in my old Italian culture. My family, who came from Italy in 1913 legally, 7 of them with $17 on average in their pocket, 2 weeks on a boat. They came here legally to the United States of America. Red, white, and blue, those colors don't run, baby. They came to America for an opportunity to prosper, opportunity to work hard, provide great service, and bless people. And you see, the core of that is they were so honored when someone would. That's why this entire country was founded on entrepreneurship. Taking God's creativity, God's gift, harvesting it, thinking outside the box, and producing a product or service. And the old Italians, my family was so, when someone would purchase their product, my family was in the art business, the framing business. They were so honored that they would always get like, thank you so much. Obviously, everybody wins with effective and efficient capitalism. Produce a product, they want a product, it suffices a need, and they get great benefits. And they're like, look, we thank you so much. We just want to bless you and give you a bonus. That's the culture. And I can tell you right now that every one of you can strengthen your bonus culture. Because, look, you want to be a disruptor? No one's doing it. Make a habit of making sure you're blessing all of your customers, clients, guests, patrons, diners, you have a restaurant, whatever your business is. Everybody, the last impression, but when they leave you, hone in, create the atmosphere of a real thankful, heartfelt bonus. Wow. I can tell you that's a game changer. No one's teaching this. You won't learn this by going buying a $27 ebook on Facebook, How to Get Rich Quick, or any kind of training if you're in real estate, if you're in network marketing, or whatever business you're in. Niche-specific training will never teach this. They never did, and they never will. And especially in this, they say, this economic atmosphere, we train for this. My clients are thriving. Next letter, it's so important, guys, I is improvement. A major habit, a major behavior pattern you have to have is consistent improvement. That's something you could ask my wife, Christy, every day. I'm always improving. I'm always saying, how can we improve? How can we learn? How can we adjust? How can we get better? Improvement. Wow. And look, if you're too busy, you're not structured, you don't have a checklist, you're not detailed, you're never going to improve because you're going to use that pity party, martyr mindset. Well, look, I'm working so hard, feel bad for me. Look how hard I'm working. You're lucky. I wish I can get to that. I talked about this in my mastermind tonight. For those of you guys, look, all of you, look into being a member of my high-end exclusive Conservative Mastermind Club. We do not sell memberships online. You can visit conservativemastermindclub.com, review all the reviews. These are real people you'll get to know on my weekly mastermind calls and see them at my private events. I do 4 2-day events a year. Schedule time with my wife and speak about all the benefits for you. We do not sell membership. We activate members to join a community that's crushing it. Let that sink in. But that's one thing we talked about tonight. 3 words: luck, wish, and hope. Hope works out for you. I wish you great luck. Good luck. Good luck, good wishing, and good hoping ain't never working. You can quote that from Lemme. Ain't never going to work. You better be improving. You better be accountable. And improvement. Without improvement, you will default. You will fail to see. You will fail to take advantage. You will fail to walk through the door God gives you. See, God will give you a door, but fate turns a doorknob. God's not going to open the door and pull you through the door. We are given choices. But these days, people are so busy they can't even see a good choice. I read more in 1 week. The average person will now read in a lifetime. And if you don't read, that's why Andrew Carnegie started a library system. One of the founding billionaires of America said, I have to get Americans reading. Wow. like fired up. Improvement, a little bit improvement every day. A little bit of improvement every day will take you to extraordinary, jaw-dropping, leading by example. People go, man, wait, you look 20 years young. Wow, what are you doing? Man, you're so bold, you're so courageous, you're so enthusiastic, you're so happy, you're so, wow. Improve your self-development, improve your affirmation. Wow. Your business is you have people lining up, begging to be part of your team, lining up to work for you. I can't find because guess what? Those people can't find anything. They're not improving. They're wishing, lucking, and hoping. This is a game-changing. This will change a generation for those that choose to listen. Letter T is 2 T's: transformation and truthful. Transformation means a miraculous change in appearance. Someone's like, wow, that's a trend. They would have these weight loss shows where people would go on diets and almost kill themselves and transform. And a sad fact is over 90% of people gained all their weight back because they didn't create new habits. They were dieting. They were doing deprivation. They were living in denial. See, transformation means, like, you look at my top coaching clients, it's transformation. And the challenge I have right now is because I do have clients that have been with me for years and they actually have improved, listen, and actually realize I do have the best interests at heart, and they listened intently and they transformed, and they were able to create and build some transformational businesses like success. Like, so many of them are giving away more money per year than they used to make. Now I'll say it again, they're giving more money away as tithes and offerings, financial giving, than they would make, because we focus on earning, not making. That's another whole teaching. So transformation, guys, your habits will transform you. Your habits will transform you physically, emotionally, financially. I could go into any business, any place, anytime, anywhere that offers a product or service that benefits people. As long as your product or service benefits people, your business can be transformed. The issue is one has to listen, one has to be truthful. Truthful means, look, aware and accountable of your actions. Not go down that path of some vulgar words, but what are you full of? You're either full of truth or full of something else. Let that sink in. Habits. My habits predict supernatural miracles. Wow. Supernatural. That doesn't make any sense. My entire theme for my Conservative Mastermind Club, all 4 events, based upon when you're listening to this, we would have had 4 events for the year 2023. And the whole theme of 2023 is my year to be free, focused, lead by example, and to believe, think, and act completely outside of the box. See, transformation means Uber transformed transportation. Airbnb transformed hospitality. Ritz-Carlton has transformed 5-star high-end hospitality. Google obviously just buried Yahoo. Obviously, you look at what went on with smartphones. Remember there were days when we had calculators and we had flashlights and we had Garmin GPS on our dashboard. Everything's in a phone now. Remember when there was just a DOS system in the computer? Apple came out, Steve Jobs, and disrupted the computer industry. It just buried Compaq. When Dell came out, Michael Dell disrupted laptop business. There's so many disruptors. Well, what they do, they honed in their atmosphere. Obviously, we can go on and on and on. So I want you guys to realize the number one success secret of billion-dollar disruptors. Habit. Final letter in habits is S. It's all about systems. I'm a system guy. Luck is never scalable or sustainable, but systems are always scalable and sustainable. The word luck's aggravated me for luck. Oh, good luck. What does that mean? Oh, good luck. You have no system. Hope works out for you. Guys, systems. Now we have to start to build systems, and we're always improving our systems. Always taking systems and scaling them. Scaling them for, obviously, in business, communication, hiring, firing, accountability, huddling up. This is so much. Systems are scalable. And I say this because people are so busy, and if you're not accountable, you can't review your systems. You can't, monetize your time. You got to value your time and have extraordinary value for your time. Luck is never scalable, never sustainable. You see this on Shark Tank. They go on Shark Tank and go, I've done $10 million business, and we had a surge in social media. Some influencer or whatever used it, and we got 80 million views and did $8 million of business, but we're burning $50,000 a month. They're like, you're an idiot. You have no systems. I don't care. You're burning through. We've all seen this. Now, they could hire me, and I could turn that around. I say that confidently, not arrogantly, confidently. As I am now, be 58 this year. I've been coaching and teaching for 20 plus years. Let me share with you very directly the systems and education and skill God's given me with that I fine-tune, that I know God's given me a gift, and I read, I learn, I study. It is proven right now that when you choose to implement them, you will achieve transformational, record-breaking success. So guys, systems, make the habit, the behavior pattern of looking at your systems. systems for everything. And this is something I do one-on-one with my coaching students. We're always fine-tuning systems. So guys, with that said, as I always say, all of you should be members of my Conservative Mastermind Club. We are accepting memberships. You cannot buy them online. Just visit conservativemastermindclub.com. The word conservative, the word mastermind, and the word club all together. conservativemastermindclub.com, or just simply visit my main website, theconservativecoach.com, and you'll see in the menu bar, you will see club. Click on club, and that will take you out, and then read all the benefits for you and all the reviews. I believe you could be next, and then schedule a time on. There's a calendar on it. Schedule a time. Speak with my wife, Christy, and then those of you that are ready, those of you that are really ready. This is not for everyone. Really ready for the next level, like record-breaking, transformational, Roger Bannister, jaw-dropping, lead by example results, then I would inquire about becoming a one-on-one coaching student. And you can do that by going to theconservativecoach.com and then clicking on the menu bar coaching. Or you can always call us, area code 561-847-3467, 561-847-3467. Excuse me. Whatever I could do for you, we're here for you. And guys, that's called a call to action. I believe that my product and services can transform people's lives. So I am always, for those who qualify, calling out for them to take action to be the next raving review. In your business, make sure you always have a call to action and you're focused on it. It's okay for call to action. Guys, with that said, God bless you. You were awesome. I look forward to seeing you at our next live event. God bless you.